The theme for this week's video is witches, outlaws, sluts, and feminists. An intersectional feminism dream with magic, witchiness galore. Yeah, I like that. Hi book friends, I'm Addie and this is Books and Tea Time. Today I am starting a new themed vlog. I actually just finished a vlog yesterday and I was like not planning on vlogging for like a week or so, doing some sit down videos, and then I started 2 books today and there's a theme, there's a clear theme, and I was like, I gotta catch this on video. It'll be a great themed vlog, a great time. It is currently Monday, July 12th, I think. I just got back from vacation, so this week I'm just getting back into the groove of things, starting the job hunt. It's also my baby puppy's birthday on Wednesday. He's not a puppy anymore, he's actually turning 4, but I'm in denial about him aging, so I'm gonna continue to call him a puppy. We're gonna celebrate his birthday this week and just hang out and read some books and chat together. Let's just quickly do a rundown of the reading plans because I'm actually like super excited. So today I started 2 books. First, I started Outlawed by Anna North, and I am actually really liking this so far. I am currently on like chapter 3 or something. I'm only like 50 pages in, but I'm really enjoying it. I've already tabbed it. I didn't actually plan on annotating this, but I just couldn't not. So I have a whole color system that we'll go over eventually, and I've been tabbing it up and I'm really enjoying it. This is a book about a young woman named Ada who has recently been married and is barren. She's having trouble conceiving children, and in her community, this takes place in like the 1890s, and so in her community, barren women are often accused of witchcraft and hanged. Our main character, Ada, has been married for a year and she cannot conceive. So yeah, at the very beginning of this book, she announces to us that she's an outlaw and that it is because she's had to leave and is forced to leave her community to protect herself and her family from the superstitious wrath of the community that she lives in, which is called Fairchild, I believe. And one of the things that I'm really loving already about this book is Ada's desire for knowledge and this feeling that she has in her gut that she wants to understand barrenness and she wants to understand her body and what is going on with her, but also just to shed a light on the natural causes and the science behind women's reproductive health and barrenness and miscarriages and just the condition of womanhood and femininity and motherhood at this time. And it's really wonderful so far. I'm liking it a lot. I'm actually a little surprised at how much I'm liking it because of the reviews that I've seen, a lot of people say it's good, not great, not bad, kind of like middle of the road 3-star, but I'm really enjoying it so far, so we'll see how the rest of the book pans out. At the same time, I also today read like the first 15 or 20 pages of Witches, Sluts, and Feminists by Kristen J. Solier. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. And this is a collection of essays about the lineage of witch feminism and the history behind it and witchcraft and the term witch and slut across history and into the present and how those terms connect to feminism. I'm already really liking it, highlighting a lot. We've got little yellow tabbies to match, so that's our priority. But at the same time, I also really want to finish Hood Feminism by Mikki Kendall. I am currently about halfway through this book. This was like my May and June nonfiction read, and I have just gotten really behind because I haven't been reading like any nonfiction, so these 2 are going to get me back on my nonfiction educational literature grind, hopefully, in their feminist intersectional and exciting content. But Hood Feminism, Notes from the Women That the Movement Forgot, is by a Black woman named Mikki Kendall, and she is writing from the perspective of BIPOC women, BIPOC folks, and framing feminism and feminist issues in a more intersectional and in overtly intersectional context, and pointing out the issues of white mainstream feminism. Really loving it so far. So those are the reading plans. If we get another book in, that would be great, but honestly, these 3 are the priority. Welcome to the video. Hope you guys like it, and I hope you're having a great time, a great day, wherever you are. Just a quick OOTD moment. I've got my cute little overall number on today. Comfy, cute. So yeah. Walk? Do you want to go on a walk? Sit. Hey, sit. Is this your birthday present, Milo? What's in here? Let's see what's in there. What do you think it is? What's in there? You need some help? What's this? A little beaver? Does it squeak? Oh my gosh, a new ball! Go get it. For the final act of Milo's birthday, we have doggy desserts. Ben & Jerry's little doggy ice cream cup. It is pumpkin flavor with baby cookies in it. Are you excited, Milo? Sit. Good boy. Is that good? Is that yummy? Okay, see you later. Hello there. It's a few days since I've sat down and formally updated you. It's actually Thursday now. Even though I haven't been filming as much, I have been reading. I have just over 60 pages left in Outlawed. I'm making a lot of progress. So I think I'm gonna sit down and finish this today probably, because I only have 60 pages left and, you know, want to find out what happens. I am liking it so far. I definitely would say that the first 2 chapters are super strong. It's just kind of little different than what I expected. You follow our main character Ada, and in the first 2 chapters she's just really determined to explore and experiment and discover what causes barrenness in women and to become an expert in that arena and in women's reproductive health. But then her plans are kind of derailed when she joins the outlaw group and she becomes their doctor, and it becomes a lot more about survival and pulling these jobs so that they can get money to stay alive. So that has derailed that a little bit, but it's not necessarily bad. I'm still enjoying it, and meeting all the outlaws is really fun, and all their different personalities and their own things that they've got going on. I feel like it's a little short. I haven't finished it yet, but I don't know how it's gonna wrap up in 60 pages, and I feel like it's a little rushed at certain points. For 2 or 3 chapters while she's with the outlaws, they haven't really accepted her, and she's having a lot of problems and tensions with them, and then all of a sudden she gets accepted by them, or she's starting to integrate more into this outlaw group, and it's just that's over the halfway point when that happens, and I'm just I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Maybe the last 60 pages will really just pack a lot of punch. We'll see what happens. I just hope that it feels tied up at the end, because right now I'm a little worried about that. Now I think Milo and I are gonna go sit on the porch and read Outlawed, and then we'll see what we pick up from there out of our stack. And that's really all the plans that I have today. Peace out. Hi friends. Okay, we are in the car on our way to work. I work today and tomorrow, so I don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done, so I wanted to take a moment to update you on where I'm at and what's going on with this vlog, what's happening, what's going on. So I did finish Outlawed by Anna North. I can't remember if I've said anything since then, but I liked it. It was really like a solid middle of the road book. I gave it, I think, a 3.5 stars, and I've been like sitting with that for a few days, and I think that that's definitely the rating I'm gonna stick with because I really did like it. The first 2 chapters are so solid and the story is interesting. It's just that it's a lot of stuff that's going on. It's like a fast and loose like taste of the culture and the condition of womanhood during the 1890s in America. It's kind of just like a quick fictional survey of the lives of women and LGBTQIA2S plus folks. We have a non-binary character that's part of like the outlaw group. Sorry, it's raining really hard. I hope the audio in this clip doesn't suck. But yeah, so we've got a non-binary character, we've got some lesbian characters, we've got a couple bisexual characters, so there's a lot of diversity there. We have Native American folks and Black folks in among the mix of people in the outlaw group, and also just people that Ada, our main character, encounters. It's really fascinating to see how the ignorance about about physical health in general, but also women's health and the women's reproductive system and the female body in particular, how that all is portrayed in the book. And it's interesting to see how that ignorance blossoms into such anxiety and superstition and hatred and violence towards women and LGBTQ folks. But I feel like it's only 260 pages, so it's very, very short. It's fast and quick, and I like that about the fact that the plot is fast-paced and that we are moving quickly through the narrative, but I feel like we don't really get a lot of time to get to know the characters to the point where I really, really felt that I knew them. Even with Ada, the main character, like, I know a lot of her backstory, but even though she's talking the whole time and it's from her first person point of view, I still feel like I don't really know a lot of her internal thoughts, and that kind of bothered me. It's not bad by any means. I really, really did like it. I don't think it's a new favorite, but I do think that a lot of people would enjoy it, and I would recommend it to people. Definitely if you like the idea of westerns, or if you like historical fiction. This kind of gives me the vibe of historical fiction a little bit. If you're interested in like the history of women's reproductive health and like barrenness, history of midwives and herbalists and people of that nature, witches who knew intuitively a lot of things about the female body but didn't have the precise medical knowledge, but knew intuitively what to do and how to protect women, but how even when the slightest thing goes wrong, the community will turn on those women. So I really enjoyed it. I recommend it. 3.5 out of 5 stars. I am almost nearly done with Witches, Sluts, and Feminists. I have, I think, like 3 or 4 chapters left of that. So I will come and give you my wrap-up thoughts on that after I've finished it. But I'm liking it so far. Again, it's fast and quick, and then it's over. Like, I feel like the chapters are so short, which is nice because you're kind of getting a taste of all of these different niche topics that you could write an entire book about. I'm gonna go to work now, and I'm gonna listen to my Disney playlist because I'm just in a Disney playlist kind of a mood, and I will update you guys when I have more thoughts. And after I finish Witches, Sluts, and Feminists, I'm going to hopefully finish Hood Feminism in the next few days or so. So then we'll have been able to say we finished 3 books. Progress. Peace out. Hello there. It is Sunday night, and I am very, very tired. I worked until 12:15 in the morning last night, and then I had to be back at 10:30 today. So I'm sleepy, but I finished Witches, Sluts, and Feminists, tabbed it all up, annotated it, and I just wanted to come on, give you some thoughts. I think I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 stars because it's nice, it's short, it's quick, and it's a nice overview of a variety of different topics that you can look into when you are investigating the intersections of feminism and witchcraft and the historical and contemporary treatment of women as sluts, witches, and feminists. So we've got a chapter all about the fashion industry, we've got a chapter all about art, and a chapter all about music, and a chapter all about Salem and the history of the Salem witches, which is actually really informative. I learned a lot of stuff from that chapter in particular. So you've got a bunch of short, quick, and informative chapters that give you an overview of a topic. You dive into porn and queer witches and witches of color, but you don't really deep dive into any of that. Really, it's an overview, it's an introduction, it's a starting point to investigating and deep diving into niches within this umbrella of investigation. One of my big critiques or places where I wasn't sure is that even though I really appreciate that in the introduction, the author, Solier, points out, I'll read it to you so that I'm not jumbling or mincing words, but the author writes that this book specifically looks at the indivisible links between the witch, femininity, and womanhood, which includes trans women and anyone on the feminine spectrum, and the persecution women have faced as a result of their perceived connection with witchcraft. So I really, really appreciate the inclusion of trans women and non-binary folks on the feminine spectrum. However, I just still feel like that's a little limiting, as though only people on the feminine side of the spectrum or only non-binary people with like a feminine aesthetic count in talking about witchcraft. And also, I mean, there's an acknowledgement of men and trans men and non-binary folks as witches, but I am not an Own Voices person speaking on this, so I would be interested to look at some Own Voices reviews of that particular representation. But to me, I appreciated that there was that recognition of inclusivity, but at the same time, to me, that suggests that non-binary people couldn't be witches unless they present feminine aesthetic. I don't know if that's making sense. Maybe I'm just being an idiot and misunderstanding. Obviously, I'm not an expert on witchcraft and non-binary and bewitches, but they undoubtedly exist, and I just feel like perhaps they could be better included in that definition and in Solier's explanation. So 3 out of 5 stars. Still some interesting stuff in here. Things that I definitely want to explore further on my own, perhaps in other books or in other essays. But overall, just good. So, yeah. I also read an additional chapter of Hood Feminism. I'm going to keep reading that tonight, but I took a quick break to film a video, which is going up tomorrow. It's going to be me doing a series review of my favorite fantasy series to date right now, which is the Rhaenyra Revelations. So I'll have a card to that video if you're interested, but I really wanted to start doing like series reviews on my channel for my favorite fantasy series because I'm primarily a fantasy booktuber, although obviously I read a lot of other stuff. I really love fantasy, so it'll probably be my last check-in in the night, so good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Hey there, book friends! It is time to wrap up this vlog, wrap up this video, because I want it to be up and posted by tomorrow, and I've edited all the footage that I have so far, so it's time to pop on and do an outro clip. So I finished Outlawed and Witches, Sluts, and Feminists this week. I gave you my star ratings. One's a 3.5, one's a 3, respectively, and I did not quite finish Hood Feminism. I have about 50 pages left, and I'm hoping to finish this tonight or tomorrow, but I wanted to get this footage up and ready because I have an exciting adventure tomorrow that I will be vlogging and posting a very own dedicated video all about. But I wanted to wrap up this video before I start filming and getting all the footage ready for that video. So I didn't quite finish this, but I am really enjoying it, and I'm predicting it's definitely going to be in the 4 to 5 star range. So I won't give a conclusive review or rating yet because I am not quite done, but this is very informative and insightful, and Mickey Kendall does a great job of laying out all of the issues that white and mainstream feminism either ignores or is complicit in, and also laying out things that need to be done or posing questions, I think, for the reader that they can like ruminate on, which is really helpful for me, specifically as a white reader myself who is trying to constantly improve my feminist and anti-racist practice. This is a really helpful read, and I just am quite enjoying all the stuff that I'm learning from it. You will hear more about this probably in my summer wrap-up, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to come back and be notified when I post that video. But I really enjoyed this week's video. I hope that you all enjoyed it as well, and if you like these themed vlogs where I string a couple books together based on common threads, let me know, and maybe I'll try and like purposefully do that more in the future, because sometimes I feel like my vlogs are a little chaotic and crazy. So thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if that's your jam, and I'll see you in my next video. Happy reading, happy writing, and happy living. Bye.